guys, Farmer's Wife here. So Farmer and I have run into a problem with finishing our house slowly with cash, and so I wanted to share that with you guys today, plus give you a quick update and start with a little background for those of you who don't know us so well. We started building our own house in 2016. We moved in the summer of 2017, so we have now been living in our unfinished house for over 3 years. Now, you have to know that that was our plan from the beginning. The idea was that we would build with cash and we would move into it unfinished and finish building it as we live in it. This way we could get in our house sooner and with less money up front. And before I go any further, I want to be clear that we do not regret our decision. We're still really happy with the way that things have turned out, and financially it ended up being a good decision for us. But life changes and problems come up, and so I just want to be open with you guys about a big problem that we have encountered. So when we moved into our house in 2017, we kind of thought it would take us around 5 years to totally finish the house, and that was just going off of how much money we were putting towards our house every year and how much we thought it would cost to finish our house over the next 5 years. At this point, after living in it for several years, we have put a ton of work into it. We have stayed pretty on track with the amount of money each year that we're putting into it. Some of the big things that we've accomplished over the last few years living in the house are a big chunk of the flooring, almost all of the siding, which was not on when we moved in. We have finished all of our interior doors. We have finished a second bathroom. When we moved in, we had almost one whole bathroom finished out of 4, so we still have 2 unfinished bathrooms. We've done a lot of shelves in the pantries and closets and things. We've put on our garage doors. We've added a lot more concrete outside, which is very expensive, unfortunately. We love concrete, just ends up being crazy expensive. We've still got a good portion of our flooring that we need to finish. We don't have any carpet in the kids' bedrooms. They're all just painted, like the floor you can kind of see behind me underneath my laundry. We still have 2 bathrooms to finish that are completely unfinished right now and just being used as storage at the moment. We need to finish our soffit outside, and we've got some deck work to finish up our deck. And then the laundry room and kitchen are both functioning fully, but we used older cabinets which we painted and put in, and so it's usable and we are using it, but we would like to redo those towards the end of our project. So as you can see, we still have a lot left, and we've been living in this house for a long time. Once again, this was planned, so this is not like some big shocker surprise to us. This was the way that we planned to do it, and neither of us are the type of people that really bothers very much, so it hasn't been a big issue. Other people would find a big issue with living in an unfinished house that feels like a construction zone all the time. That's not been the case for us. It's really comfortable. Our family is totally used to it. We have everything we need. It's just everything doesn't look pretty quite yet. It's getting there, slowly, one step at a time. So that brings me to the big problem that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. We thought it might take us 5 years to finish the house. The big problem that we're running into, that we knew would happen, it's just impossible to know how it would happen, is that prices go up and you really can't plan for what the price is and for what your life will do 5 years in advance. So we were thinking 5 years, but we knew the prices would go up. We knew our lives would change. We just had to see what happened. And so now, 3-4 years later, here's what's happening. Over the past few years, we've had hurricanes, huge natural disasters all over the world. We've had COVID-19, obviously, which we're in the middle of. And we've had a huge building boom over the last few years. And so contractors are a lot more expensive if you're going to hire things out. If you're not hiring them out and you're just doing it yourself, even the materials some things have doubled and tripled in price since we started building and since we budgeted for our home. Because of this, where we thought it might take us $100,000 to finish our house, it's likely gonna cost us closer to 200,000 when we're all said and done. Because as time passes, things get more expensive. I don't ever want to be stuck in a rut where I had a plan and when things change, I'm unwilling to change with them. And so, for the past while, I have been looking at other ways that we could maybe bring in some more money or speed up this process just a little bit so that we're not looking at a 10-year end date, because that is a long time. So, what I say next might seem completely backwards to some of you, and that's okay. Farmer and I are trying something totally new. We've thought about this for a long time. We've been looking for a long time and planning for a long time. And what we are doing is we are pausing our build, which I know sounds crazy because our house is not finished. It's not even very close to finished. And we are going to try our hand this winter at bum ba da bum house flipping. I know. You're like, why would you stop working on your own house to go work on a different house? But let me explain. Farmer and I can either keep putting $15,000 to $20,000 a year into our house, slowly building it, and every year that 15 or 20,000 is going to get us not quite as far, or we can change and adapt, and we can find ways to use our skills that we've learned to bring in extra money and be able to finish these things faster. We really do enjoy construction. Um, I can't necessarily speak for him in this, but I have loved learning about building houses and understanding the way things work. And it honestly makes me look at everyone else's house different. And now I see all the things that I would want to do or all the things that I would want to change. And it makes me excited to see houses that need a little love or a new house going up. I love it. So we want to take the skills that we know and put it into a different project. We can have a break from our house, which is much needed, and go work on a different house that's a shorter, faster project, and then flip it and make some extra money so that instead of being able to put $15,000 to $20,000, maybe we can put $50,000 this year towards our own house. So what does this mean for Farmhouse from Scratch, my website and the YouTube channel? I want to keep sharing with you guys, and I want to show you what we're doing, and I want to stay true to Farmhouse from Scratch style, which is being totally transparent and open about prices and problems and advice, all of that, and I want to include it in this new project. So consider this day one of our renovation videos. I hope you'll join us on watching what happens with our new reno. And be sure to watch the tour, which I will also be posting because, yes, we already bought a house. We just closed on it this last week, and we are getting started. See you soon.